next day, everyone meets downstairs for breakfast. A butler had knocked bright and early on our doors to tell us breakfast would be served. Damn, a butler. I mean, why am I even surprised by that shit, right? Zach and I were the first ones downstairs, followed by Kara and Amelia. The Pongo snoozes softly inside of my scarf, taking advantage of a few extra winks. Lucky Pongo. If only I had somebody to just carry me around while I slept. Holy shit, I broke something. We're fine, we're good. I wonder what Leanna's decision is going to be. If she'll bend to her parents' will, or fight for her own path. My heart thunders with nerves. I'm so unsure of how this day is going to go. Me too. If she decides to go through with this marriage, everything is going to change. She won't be able to keep the job she loves. And will be... I shake my head. I can't even complete the thought. There's... me and Leanna breaking up. That would never happen, right? I can't bear the thought.
Good morning.
Hey, Leon. At least you're on my side, right? The one person of the Dawn family besides Leanna that is sort of on our side. Sup, bro? Leon nods to us and sits down at the table. His hair is brushed and tidy, and his armor is spotless. Suddenly, I hear some footsteps. I look and see Leanna approaching the table. Her face is pale and her blue eyes don't have that usual sparkle.
Hi.
She smiles and my heart caves for her. It's clear she hasn't slept well at all. Yeah, look at those fucking bags on her eyes. Good morning. Leanna takes a seat next to me. She glances at me and I flash her a reassuring smile. She relaxes slightly and nods. I guess my presence last night helped her a little bit. I hope so? That's all we could ask for, right? Kara leans over. Leanna looks up to Kara, who gives her an encouraging smile.
Today is going to be better. Now that everyone's had a chance to sleep on it, I'm sure you'll be able to have a calm, rational discussion.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Calm and rational. I'm not sure if her dad can live up to that, but we'll see. Leanna nods.
Thanks, Kara.
I concur. Should you continue your discussion today, it should be about finding solutions as the raw emotions have already been expressed.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's true.
Have you made your decision?
She nods again. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
She's decided. I jerk my head up. My stomach twists. I want nothing more than to comfort her, to wrap an arm around her or hold her hand, but I know I can't. Even more so, I'm wondering what it is that she's going to do. The anticipation is killing me, mainly because whatever she chooses to do, in some way it impacts me as well, right? As much as this decision is all about Leanna, it has some impact on my life, so of course it's nerve-wracking for us too. Just as I'm about to ask Leanna about her decision, another set of footsteps echo across the marble. Lady Dawn looks just as uneasy as Leanna. Her hair is pinned up in curls, and she wears a beautiful satin gown. Her cheeks are just as pale as Leanna's. It is clear that she hasn't had a good night's rest either. Of course not, she had to convince Lord Dawn probably. Lord Dawn stands at her side, his jaws clenched, his spine locked. His stormy presence seems to fill up the entire room. Not a word is said as they cross over to their seats.
Good morning.
Hello, soon-to-be mommy, hopefully, maybe? I'm not even sure. That seems less and less likely. She struggles to smile. The tension in the air is heavy, dampening conversation.
How is everyone? Did you all sleep well?
Quite well, thank you. The bed here is much more comfortable than the one back at the academy.
It's a comfortable bed, that's for sure. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Without even a glance at his breakfast, Lord Dawn pushes his plate aside and folds his hands over the table. His sharp gaze falls onto his daughter. Are we starting already? We can't even have a nice little breakfast first?
We need to talk about what happened yesterday.
Oh, man. Leanna slowly puts her fork down.
Okay.
Here we go, girl. Are you ready? Her voice is careful, guarded.
How long have you been a Mage-Knight?
Her cheeks flush.
I started as soon as I earned the title from the Mage Academy.
Which was when? He blinks, clearly shocked. Even his wife lets out a breath of surprise. His mouth curls as though he's just tasted something sour.
So you mean to tell me that you have been lying to us since the beginning?
Yes. Leanna keeps her nerves steady.
Yes.
Just straight up, like, yep, I've been lying to you.
That ends now. You will give up this irresponsible behavior, and you will be married.
Okay, so nothing fucking changed for him last night, basically. Nothing has changed? I feel like this is something that people don't focus on very much, right? A lot of people like, have you been lying to me? And if someone actually admits to the fact that they lie, a lot of people immediately get like angry or whatever, right? Which is understandable, of course. Nobody wants to be lied to, or just I don't know, like, to me at least, right? Lying just sort of seems like a big deal, right? Which it is, but I feel like what I would try to do in Lord Dawn's position is try to figure out, like, okay, my daughter just lied to me, right? And she said that she lied to me since the very beginning. But isn't it better to try and figure out why did she lie, right? If you can figure out why she lied, like if it's, I mean, obviously we know that it's something because of himself, but it requires some, you know, introspection, blah, blah, blah. But obviously he's not gonna be the dude that's like, at the end of the day, like, it's been my fault that you couldn't just, you know, without worry or openly just become a Mage Knight. It's because I've always not encouraged it to blah, 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 stuff like that, right? But like, I don't know. I feel like when someone lies, it's sometimes important to try and figure out why they felt the need to lie to you, right? Because more often than not, it might be the cause of the problem, right? You want someone to tell you the truth, but if they feel like they can't, then you gotta figure out why can't they? Is it because of me? And if so, then like, am I the one at fault here, or at least partially? Like, is it something that I can change there so that she won't lie to me anymore, for example? Because like, obviously, like if Lord Dawn had actually approved of Leanna becoming a Mage Knight, then there was no reason for her to lie, right? Ah, man. My stomach drops. But yeah, it's clear he hasn't changed his mind or changed anything at all since last night. Leanna lurches to a stand.
I am not marrying him, and I will not give up being a Mage Knight.
Boom! Tell him, Leanna. Shock ripples through me. Damn, she's standing strong and tall. At the same time, so does relief. Her father sighs deeply, exasperated.
Why must you make this so difficult, Leanna?
I'm not the one who's making things difficult.
I would have assumed that you would have thought this through last night. But you are still being completely irrational.
This is what I hate. He's calling her irrational, but from each other's perspective, they're both being irrational, right? Leanna thinks the father's being irrational. The father thinks Leanna's being irrational. But like, try and find a middle ground, people. The heat returns to Leanna's voice. Because the thing was, right, we were all thinking like, oh, maybe Lord Dawn, after having a good night's sleep, after thinking about it deeply, maybe he's gonna change his mind, or at least think about it a little bit differently. But nope. His thought process was the exact same as us, but the opposite, right? In the fact that, like, oh, Leanna, if she has a good night's sleep, maybe she'll think different about this. I am totally right. I don't need to change or think about anything else, blah, blah, blah.
I'm not the one who's forcing me to give up my dream and purpose in life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, spare me the theatrics. How could this be your dream? Don't you realize how dangerous it is to be a Mage Knight?
What kind of bullshit is that? How could this be your dream? He's like looking down on her dream. What the fuck?
Yes, I do realize that. I live it every day. But at least, as a Mage Knight, I'm well equipped to take care of myself. I've been trained to handle danger.
Of course, otherwise she wouldn't still be alive anymore, right? He shakes his head.
You can't be prepared for every circumstance. What if you get ambushed, outnumbered, or overwhelmed in battle? What if your teammates fall and you're the only one left?
What kind of bullshit excuse is that? Any Mage Knight in that situation would pretty much be defeated or die, right? This isn't just like, oh, Leanna, you can't do that. Any Mage Knight in such a situation where they're outnumbered, ambushed, overwhelmed, blah, 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 you're the only one left. Even Leon wouldn't survive in a situation like that.
Happen? How can we live life based on hypotheticals? What if I became ill? What if I couldn't bear children? Would you still force me to get married?
Oh.
But if those things happened, I wouldn't be able to fulfill my duty as a lady in the House of Dawn. Then what?
Mm-hmm. Her father scowls and waves a hand dismissively.
That's not the same. Those are all based on chance. You aren't throwing yourself into situations which would allow those things to occur.
But those situations kind of happen by chance too, right? To some extent.
As a Mage-Knight, you're walking into those scenarios every day.
Yeah, but you know you're getting yourself into that, right? And you're properly trained to handle those situations. Sure, sometimes things may not go according to plan or whatever, but they are trained for every single possible scenario, right? Or at least that's what you'd hope for. But like, come on, I don't know. I don't like this line of thinking. Like, this shit can just happen. Like, I could fucking walk outside right now and just fucking a bird could shit on my head and I'd die from that somehow. I don't know. The chemicals from the poo just fucking, I don't know. I have an allergic reaction and I die to that. Does that mean I should never go outside ever again right now? Leanna points a finger at Leon. Her voice is shrill as she tries to keep her composure.
What about Leo then? He's a Mage-Knight who walks into danger every day. Why aren't you worried about him?
Yeah, shouldn't those same worries apply to Leon as well?
Because it's his responsibility to serve and protect as a man in the House of Dawn.
God, this bullshit. For once, Leanna is speechless. Silence settles over the table like a heavy blanket. Her mother stares at her lap. As still as a statue, she's like, uh-oh, I don't want to say anything. Leon opens and closes his mouth, as if he wants to speak but can't find the words to say. Her father nods.
Now that you've come to your senses, we can discuss the details of the engagement.
Oh no, she hasn't. She hasn't.
No.
Damn. Hell yeah, Leanna. Standing up for her dream. As tough as this might be, right, for her, I feel this, if you believe, if you found your passion, right, and your mission in life, or the thing that brings you happiness in life, you shouldn't give it up so easily. The rage returns to her father's face.
How many times must we go round in this endless game? When will you accept your responsibility as a lady in the House of Dawn?
I'm glad I wasn't born into a situation like this. God damn. Leanna's voice is scarily calm.
If this is what it takes to be a Dawn, then I don't want to be a Dawn anymore.
Oh shit. Did she just say that? There's a momentary pause. So still, you can't even hear breathing. Leon stares sharply at her.
Leah.
What does this mean? But Leanna just shakes her head. Her mother laughs shakily.
Let's just calm down, all right, dear? We know you don't mean that.
Doesn't she? She reaches for her daughter's hand, but Leanna pulls away. Uh-oh, is she just walking away from the family? Wait, whoa, no, why did it crash? Crystalline has encountered an error and must close. A crash report named Crash 2018 blah 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 has been generated. These files can be sent to Pixel Fade Inc. for analysis. Would you like to open this folder? I'm gonna fucking send them this goddamn crash report. What the fuck is this all about, Pixel? Huh? Fix my shit. Okay, I'll just reload the game. We'll be fine. But Leanna just shakes her head. I think this is where we left off, right? Leanna shakes her head. Her mother laughs shakily.
Let's just calm down, all right, dear? We know you don't mean that.
Oh yeah, she does. She reaches for her daughter's hand, but Leanna pulls away.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I meant what I said.
Whew, she ain't backing down. She made up her mind. Her mother's face crumples as hurt creases her brow. Her father scoffs.
Leanna, don't be ridiculous.
I'm serious, Father.
Whew. He's about to respond when Leon interrupts.
Father, listen to her. She's not joking.
Uh-huh. He looks from Leon to Leanna, and slowly the anger melts from his face to be replaced with confusion and pain? He looks at Leanna as if he's looking at a stranger. He shakes his head and abruptly stands to his feet.
I can't have a discussion with you when you're like this. Come find me when you're ready to have a discussion like adults.
Well, like adults? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? You're the one that isn't... If you're having a discussion, you should be willing to at least change your mind, right? He isn't... He is the one that isn't willing to change his mind. Fuck, I always hate people when they like try to make it seem like they're the better person or bigger person, right? Where they're the ones that is at fault. They're trying to like, I'm the one being an adult here. I try to come to a reasonable solution, which is basically just me forcing you to do what you want, but I'm being reasonable here, and you're acting like a child. So, come and find me. Come talk to me when you're ready to talk like an adult, okay? Ugh, I hate when fucking people do that shit. Without waiting for a response, he slams the door open and storms out of the dining room.
I'll go talk to him.
Well, good luck with that, Leon. Leon scrambles after him. Leanna's mother remains in the room. She seems defeated.
Come now, dear. Really? Think about what you're saying.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she's thought about it a lot. Leanna's voice softens as she sees the pain in her mother's eyes. I do feel bad for her mother, right? Like, clearly how sort of, I guess, old-fashioned conservative, especially the father is, right? Like, he's very much on this, like, oh, the man of the family, and, like, you know, everybody has designated roles in the family, and Leanna, you as the lady of the house Dawn, you have to serve and marry someone that we want you to marry, and bear children, and whatever else, other tasks that the lady of Dawn has to do. Like, he's very strict on those, I guess, designed roles from the moment you're fucking born, right? He's very strict about that. We haven't seen much about the mother's opinion or how she is, but knowing how the father is, he wouldn't even care about what the mother thinks, right? Even if the mother were to be on Leon/Leanna's side, if she were to try and tell anything or like, you know, go against the Levant, the Lord, he'd be like, how dare you? Are you also betraying me? Or some shit like that, right? But I do feel bad for the mother because she's kind of suffering the most from this, right? She knows, like, okay, I can't say anything, right? If she stands up to Levant, then, I mean, there's a tiny possibility that he might change his mind, but usually people that are for such a long time, so, I don't want to say narrow-minded, but just sort of, I guess, old-fashioned, right? It's very hard for them to change their mind or to be open to change or something, right? So, like, if she just says something, I'm pretty sure it's only gonna end up being worse for her and the whole family as a whole. So, it's all just the father, man. Like, can't say anything. But Leanna, at least, I don't know, I like that she's standing up to him, right? She's standing up for what she believes in, what she thinks is right, and what she wants to do with her life. That's how it should be. Your parents shouldn't force you to do shit that you don't want to in most scenarios.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I've made my decision. I've tried to be a good daughter to you, and I've tried to make my house proud. But what you're asking me to do this time, I can't. I just can't.
Her mother sighs deeply and closes her eyes. Leanna looks at the rest of us.
We should go.
Her voice has a note of finality to it. Without a word, we scrape our chairs back and follow Leanna out of the room. What about the breakfast? I haven't eaten my croissant. As we leave, I hear Lady Dawn's faint voice.
Leah, I'll always be proud of you, no matter what.
Aw, see, this is what I mean. Like, the mother seems reasonable at least, right? It's just the father. The father isn't... he isn't open to anything other than what he wants. Leanna stops, stunned. She looks back at her mother, her eyes glittering. She rushes to her and throws her arms around her in a hug. Her mother hugs her back, gripping her tightly. All too soon, she releases her daughter. Leanna turns back around and leads us back to the main foyer. We wait as servants gather our belongings. See, that's what I mean, like, the mother seems to be on our side, but she knows if she even tries to stand up to Lord Dawn, then, like, bad shit gonna happen. Kara gently touches Leanna's arm.
Hey, what you did back there.
I know.
Yep. Kara hesitates.
Are you doing okay?
That must have been really difficult, but goddamn. I'll still stand by it that it was the right thing to do.
I don't know. A part of me feels later, but another part of me just feels sad.
Of course, because he gave, like, the father essentially gave her an ultimatum, right? Do as I say, or I don't even know what the "or" was, but like Leanna took the other path, or she's like, no, I'm gonna go my own path. Like, there's just no winners in those situations, right? Someone's going to end up hurt, someone's going to end up sad, and even though Leanna, in her eyes, to herself, she did the right thing, she still ends up being sad because she's essentially leaving her family now, right? Of course that can't make a person happy, but still, it's the right thing for her herself, she feels. A fresh start could be good. Won't you miss them? There's nothing I can say to make this better. I mean, I feel like it's kind of the case, but like, I feel like we gotta be supportive, right? It's just an all-around shitty situation. But I feel like the thing we gotta do, she made her choice. All I can do as her boyfriend is to just be supportive. So I guess a fresh start could be good. Our families can shape a whole lot of who we become, but we can't let them define who we are. You're more than just being a Dawn. You're also a kick-ass Mage-Knight.
Thanks. Your support means a lot to me.
Of course, that's what I'm for. That's what I'm for, girl. That's all I can do. That's the only thing I can do for her. Although she tries to keep her tone light, I can tell that she's hurting. She could not have been an easy, or this could not have been an easy decision for her. We fall silent, and suddenly a voice calls out.
Leanna.
Oh god. We freeze and slowly turn around. Have you changed your mind, old man? Lord Dawn and Leon stand behind us, their cloaks billowing behind them. I feel like if anyone were to be able to change Lord Dawn's mind, it would be Leon, right? Like, Lord Dawn is very conservative, so he believes in I guess those gender-specific roles, blah blah blah, right? Therefore, I'm pretty sure if his wife were to say the exact same things that Leon just told him, he wouldn't listen to it as much. But because Leon says it, the future man of the house, right? His son, his pride and joy, he's gonna take over the family someday, blah blah blah, right? Because if he says it, I feel like Lord Dawn would at least be more open to it. As strange as that may sound, that he's more open to the opinion of his son than his wife. Lord Dawn straightens and clears his throat.
Leanna.
Uh-oh. What do you guys think? Is he still as stubborn as always? Or has Leon actually gotten through to his thick fucking skull?
Father.
I had hoped that you would move past this childishness.
Childishness!
And accept your responsibility.
Childishness! What the fuck, dude? Her is childishness. Leanna's about to retort, but he holds up a hand.
But I see now that being a Mage-Knight means something far more to you.
Of course. You know, maybe you should start by not calling it fucking childish shit. He glances down at his daughter.
I don't agree with your decision to willingly put yourself in danger, but I would.
He would what? Lord Dawn pauses, struggling to find the right words. I doubt he's used to anyone challenging him.
I would rather have a daughter who would recklessly put herself in danger for the sake of others than no daughter at all.
Wow. He's actually, to some extent, I mean that's the alternative, right? That's the alternative. No daughter, or accept Leanna for who she is and what she wants to become, a Mage-Knight. Leanna's eyes well up. She rushes to her father and wraps him in a big hug. She stiffens in surprise, uncomfortable and uncertain, but as the shock wears off, a small smile tugs at his lips, and he hugs her back. Soon, he breaks the hug. Leanna wipes at her eyes as her father clears his throat.
Now, there is only one thing missing for you to be truly recognized as a Mage-Knight.
And what's that?
What's that?
Leon hands his father a wrapped blade, which Lord Dawn carefully unwraps. A sharp silver blade with an ornate sapphire hilt glitters beneath the light.
Each of these blades has a legacy. They have been passed down to the sons of our house for generations.
Oh, damn! And now, Leanna's got it?
But it has never been passed down to a woman before today. as we've never had a woman Mage-Knight in the family. That is, before you.
Hell yeah! Boom! I feel like it was a bit easy though, right? I feel like you can tell he hasn't completely accepted it, right? Or he doesn't completely agree with it, but like, I don't know, I feel like it's went a bit too easy, a bit too fast for him to kind of be accepted now. Which makes me really curious about what the fuck Leon said to his dad to convince him to this point, right? Leon must have been really convincing. Lord Don smiles proudly at Leanna. He reverently offers the sword to her. She carefully takes the blade and scabbard and straps it to herself.
Thank you, Father.
Damn.
Treat it well, and it will take care of you.
Oh yeah.
I will.
You can always come home, too. Your mother will find another suitable match for you.
Oh god, she doesn't want that shit, okay?
Father.
That is, when you are ready.
Which is never. Leanna smiles.
Thank you.
He clears his throat.
Good, well,
He clears his and straightens as if talking to an eye.
be safe, be decisive, be vigilant.
Aye aye, Captain.
Above all else, be honorable.
Leanna salutes, and Lord Don puts a hand on her shoulder. He nods and heads back to the dining room. Leon lingers behind.
So you're officially a Mage-Knight now.
I mean, she was before already, you know? They're making it sound as if the father had the right to, like, if the father accepted her or not, that was the sole thing that would make her a Mage-Knight or not. I'm pretty sure if the Academy, the fact that she graduated at Academy and the Academy officially recognizes her as a Mage-Knight is what makes her officially a Mage-Knight, but I guess not to the family. But now she is, so it's all good, I guess. Leanna lets out a breath she was holding. The tension in her body eases as she turns to Leon.
Well, I've actually officially been one for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know. You looked radiant when you walked on that stage.
Leanna blinks. So what, Leon knew?
Wait, you were there? You knew?
What the fuck? You acted all surprised when they first saw each other again. He grins.
You didn't think I'd miss my baby sister's graduation, did you?
What the fuck? You've been lying. Her mouth falls open.
How did you know? And why didn't you tell me? We could have...
He laughs and pulls her into a hug.
I'm proud of you, Leah. Maybe I'll be able to catch you next time you're in Illumia.
Yeah, never. She hugs him back.
Of course.
They break away, still smiling.
I bet you're relieved you don't have to get married anytime soon.
Yeah, no shit. Who wants to marry this shitbag Edward?
Yes.
Although Edward really isn't a bad guy. He's kind and generous and easy on the eyes, too.
Doesn't matter, she likes me, okay? Leanna wrinkles her nose.
Thanks, but no thanks.
That was a pretty quick rejection. You have someone else in mind?
Yeah, hello, me, hi. Leanna blushes but shakes her head.
No. I'm just not ready to give up my freedom.
Wait, you're not even gonna tell your brother about me?
Uh-huh.
God damn it.
I'm sure that's it.
Yep.
I feel a little uneasy at this. I don't know. Like, it's not like I expected her to say, like, oh no, I am actually with Luda, right? I didn't expect her to say that, but like, I don't know. The way she just sort of said, I love my freedom, I don't want to give that shit up, makes it sound like she doesn't consider us to be that serious? I don't know.
Good, good. Because you'd tell me if you were seeing someone, right?
Uh-oh. Leanna's voice is squeaky.
Of course.
Of course!
No matter who he may be?
Even if he's a lewd dude?
I tell you.
Even if you were standing right here, right now?
He fucking knows! I feel the color drain my face. Leanna darts a glance at me. Oh shit. Fucking malware bites, get the hell out of here. Leanna darts a glance at me, but tries to keep her composure.
I'd still tell you.
Wow, you just lied to his fucking face 4 times. Leon gives Leanna a look.
Okay, maybe not immediately, but when I'm ready.
Okay, there we go. He smiles.
Good.
He knows, she knows that he knows, but it's like, yeah, maybe later. Leanna turns her back for a second. Leon's eyes bore into me. A shudder runs up my spine as I notice the bright glint in his armor matching the glint in his eyes. He has to know, right? Or maybe he's trying to bluff. Don't look, don't look, don't look. Don't let him smell your fear. He's definitely bluffing. Oh, he knows. He knows for sure, 100%. I'm not gonna let him smell my fear. I force myself to keep his gaze. He's not going to intimidate me. I haven't done anything wrong. Yeah, all I'm doing is dating your sister. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. When Leanna looks back, he breaks the gaze. My legs feel weak as relief washes over me. I held my own, but I do not want to do that again. Whew. Whew. We stood up against a powerful Mage-Knight.
You too.
They have one last quick hug before breaking apart. Leon gives the rest of us a farewell salute, then turns and follows his father. Scroggins! Bye-bye, Scroggins! I'll miss your little glasses. He waits for us at the door. After saying goodbye, we return to the gravel path and begin to trek back down the long drive. Well, that turned out better than expected.
Yes.
Leanna's all smiles as we continue to walk. She seems to hold herself taller, finally feeling free from the weight of her responsibilities. Yeah, it's sort of a bittersweet thing, right? But I feel like a lot of pressure is off her shoulders. She feels lighter, free. Her happy mood greatly improves our spirits.
It would seem that as this business has concluded, we should continue our travels.
Let's keep going.
Agreed.
She checks the sun in the sky.
We've still got most of the day to travel. We should be able to cover a good distance before we have to stop for camp.
Alright, let's go. Leanna leads us through the town and back onto the open road. We travel through smaller roads to return to course, making our way towards the Shadow Temple. The Shadow Temple, the last one! Although Leanna's mood seems fine, she's quiet for most of the journey. The rest of us keep talking to a minimal. It's been an emotionally draining couple of days, and we're all feeling the effects from that. Leanna's relationship with her parents is complicated. I know she has a deep respect and strong bond with her family, and after this morning, it's obvious her family loves her. I'm glad they were able to reach some sort of understanding and remember what is important. As we leave Hearthdawn behind us, we begin to focus on what's ahead of us. When the sun hangs high in the sky, we stop to take a break. I gladly sit down to rest my weary feet. When Leanna approaches me, slowly I shift my gaze up to her. She looks at me expectantly. Are we training today?
Yes. Why wouldn't we?
I don't know, just like considering what has happened before, maybe you weren't in the mood or something, I don't know. I just wasn't sure how you were feeling after this morning. Although, like, she has now made a choice to stick to the Mage-Knight lifestyle or whatever, right? She's made that now a conscious decision in her life that this is what I'm going to be, and she stuck through it despite her parents, or mainly her father's, disapproval, right? So, if anything, she should feel more committed to training me now, right? And just anything that has anything to do with being a Mage-Knight.
Honestly, I'm okay.
I expected as much. Hell yeah, Leanna.
Although I still wish they can accept my decision the same way they accept Leo. But I can tell that they're trying hard to understand.
Yeah, I mean, when you, from like the dad's perspective, right? When you're sort of stuck in your ways for so long, it's really hard to change, right? And embrace change and even accept change, right? It's really hard. So the fact that he even got to this point, where he's sort of just like, you know, I'd rather have a Mage-Knight daughter than no daughter at all. The fact that he got to that point, it's already a pretty big deal. And obviously we can thank Leo to that, but like, he's, you know, we can't expect him to suddenly be like, boom, and like, oh yeah, I love Mage-Knight daughter, go do whatever you want, Leanna. Like, that's just too much to ask of him, right? Or too much to expect. At least within such a short amount of time. So, yeah. Sometimes that's all you can ask for. I think they fully accepted it, no point in dwelling on it. I feel like, yeah, I mean, what was the main thing that you said? Like, you can tell that they're trying to understand, right? Yeah? I think that's all you can ask for. I don't know. I feel like this would be a lie, though. I think they fully accepted it. The mom, yeah. Leo, for sure. The dad is the only one who hasn't fully gotten around yet. But I feel like this is kind of a lie, but a white lie to try and just make Leanna happier, for lack of a better term. There was another word that came to mind, but I've forgotten it. But like, you know, just to sort of please her, to make her feel at ease, to comfort her, I guess. It's sort of a white lie for that purpose. But I feel like it's more... I would normally pick this choice. Sometimes it's all you can ask for, that they're trying to understand, but I feel like we really need to be on Leanna's side and support her as much as we can. And even though this might sort of be a lie, a white lie is sometimes an exception or acceptable. So let's go with this. I think they've accepted you the same way they've accepted Leon too. Leanna looks curiously at me.
How come?
Well, your father did present you with the sword all the Sons of Dawn get. That seemed like a very big deal. That's a good point. That's a very good point. She nods, thoughtful. Like, if he hadn't, like, fully accepted it, or wasn't like... He's at least at a certain point, right? Where he's slowly getting to the point where he would fully accept her. Then he would have never given her that dagger or sword, right? The fact that she gotten it means that he is on his way there.
It was. My father takes tradition very seriously.
Well, boom, there you go. Exactly. And he broke that tradition for you. A smile crawls across Leah's face.
You're right. But just because we've had this talk doesn't mean you can get to skip out on training.
Hey, I wasn't thinking about skipping out on training. I wouldn't dare to. I pushed myself to my feet. I wouldn't dream of it. I love training with you, Leanna. We split off from the group and get ready. Then Leanna pauses.
Actually, you can still cast other elements, right?
Yeah? I nod. Leanna, have you lost your voice? Good, then mix them up during our spar so you can get a broader range of practice. Okay, Leanna, thank you. Why don't I practice with all of them? She looks surprised.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Ha! What could go wrong? Burn down the entire planet? I remember the fatigue I felt the last time I tried that. I have to get stronger somehow, and the best way to do that is to keep at it, push myself to the limits.
That's true.
Why the hesitation, huh?
Sparring against 4 elements is a challenge for me, too. I think I may need some backup.
Backup? Like who? Kara? Amelia? She grins rather, not grinding. She ain't grinding. She grins and returns to the group, who are in the midst of eating and resting.
That was quick. Something happened?
Well, why did you assume something happened?
Not yet. I came to enlist your help.
Ooh, me against both Leanna and Kara? Let's go, girls.
Whose help?
All of yours.
All of them? She asked the team to help with training since I'll be casting all of the elements. Zach gets to his feet.
I'm in.
Of course you are, Zach. He won't back away from a fight, even if it's just something as simple as sparring.
Oh, well, good.
He grins.
Any excuse to shoot something.
Yeah, I fucking knew. You're shooting at me though, dude. What the fuck? She gives him a wary look. Amy jumps to her feet and brushes off her skirt.
I will provide my expertise as well, as I am well versed in 2 of the 4 elements he can cast.
Damn.
I will be able to provide more guidance to his casts.
This is about as excited as I've seen Amelia without showing any emotion. Leanna nods and we all look at Kara.
If everyone else is in, then I'm in too.
Of course you are. Leanna leads everyone back to the open space where I wait for them. Zach wastes no time. He digs into his holsters and pulls out his dischargers.
Get ready.
Oh, I'm ready, baby. Let's go. Come at me, bro. I ready myself as they get into position. 3v1? Ha! Easy peasy for a genius like me. Once we're all set, Zach fires and I leap out of the way. The others rush in. Amelia shoots a ball of fire at my chest, but I wave my hand. A wall of water shoots up, absorbing the blow with a hiss. Zach fires his discharges. My face curdles into a growl, forcing up another earth shield. Violet light booms and explodes against it. Dirt explodes up into the air. Leanna blurs towards me, but wind howls around my frame. I zip out of the way, blocking her with a score of heavy blows. Kara lunges just as Leanna swings. I shove them both back with an explosion of wind. They squeak and fly back, or backwards. Another violent light cracks near my head, and then another, and another. I dash out of the way, a gale freezing and howling at my ears. Amelia's bracelets glow. Ice pours from her palm. It groans across the grass, and I realize she's trying to wrap the ice around my feet. Uh-oh. She's trying to, keep me steady in one place so the others can easily hit me. That ain't happening. I wave my hand, melting her attack with a wave of shimmering heat. Heat it up, baby! I barely have time to think. I just react instinctively. Another trail of fire flies at me, and I block it with an earthen shield. But as soon as I do that, I raise my sword to deflect Kara's dagger. Damn! I gotta use all 4 elements as well as actual, close weapon combat, right? Against Kara's daggers? I spin around and duck beneath Leanna's sword. Leanna's coming, charging at me with her sword too. God damn! I'm sweating just at the thought of, holy fuck, of him facing so many enemies and so many different combat styles that he has to take into account. Pushing her back with a gale force blow before raising another earthen barrier to block both Zax's shot and Amelia's magic. So we got 2 close combat and 2 from range. Zack is shooting at me, pew pew. Amelia is using her magic from a distance. And then up close, you got Kara's dagger, Leanna's sword. They're both slashing at me. Holy shit, this is intense. My breathing is labored, but I don't dare slow down. Even though I can see the fatigue starting to settle in on my friends. I'm starting to wear them down. A new hope blooms within me, bringing another surge of adrenaline. Leanna and Kara hang back, their chests heaving. They exchange glances with Kara and Amy, and nod. Uh-oh, I don't like the looks of that. All at once, they rush me. Zack fires off 2 rounds as he races towards me, which I deflect with my magic. Using wind to augment my speed, I twist out of Kara's range and meet Leanna strike my sword. All of my teammates' strikes become more coordinated. Uh-oh, if you're starting to work together, this is gonna get even tougher. I struggle to keep up with their relentless attacks. The frustration builds within me. I need to separate them, but no matter how often I manage to push one away, there are 3 more filing in. This is fucking insane, or filling in. Since when did we become so fucking good at combat? Holy crap, right? God damn, we're new to all of this shit, kind of, right? Okay, maybe a couple months have passed, since we've all met them and we've been traveling together, but I'm still, compared to Leanna, I should still be a rookie at this, right? But I guess all the power and element, or the things, whatever the fuck we absorb from the elementals, right? I guess that somehow makes me stronger too, I don't know, but god damn, we are so OP. There must be something I can do to just gain some distance. Ah! I forcefully gather energy into my fist. I thought we were charging up our Super Saiyan powers. I leap into the air and crash down, pounding my fist into the earth. A blinding white light explodes across the field, mirrored by each of the 4 elements. I hear the yelps from my friends as they're knocked back. There's a small crater where my fist landed in the ground, and the nearby grass and leaves are singed. My friends stir on the ground, looking dazed and confused. Ha! Did I beat them? I almost said burn them. Maybe I did that too. A fierce pain twists into my chest. It unfurls and spreads like fire. I cry out, collapsing onto my knees. Spots dance in front of my eyes as I crumple to the ground.
Oh no!
What happened? Ugh. Leanna shoots up. She sprints towards me, her sword forgotten in the grass. Her arms wrap around my shoulders.
Are you alright?
I don't know, depends what happened. Did I get a heart attack, or did I just exhaust myself? I groan. Her face is a little blurry. I guess I just overexerted myself. Don't worry about me. Goodbye, cruel world. I've been better. I'm about to die. Goodbye. I feel like I've been hit by a train. A crystal rail, I mean. I think this might be it for me. I reach out a hand and gently stroke her cheek. Don't forget about me, Leanna. Don't cry for me, Leanna.
I'm not crying.
Then don't feel sadness for me, okay? Her brows furrow in worry.
Oh no, your reality is fuzzy. You might have a concussion. Or worse.
Nope, that's just how I always act. The others gather around me too. Are you guys okay? They nod.
Don't worry about us. We're fine. Barely. What's going on with you?
I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck happened to me. I shake my head. I don't know. I groan, gripping my chest.
It seems your body cannot endure the amount of energy you mass exerted.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It was insane. She pauses, thinking.
Although incredibly potent and powerful, amassing such quantities of energy is proving to be quite dangerous.
Does this mean that I need to train my body? It wasn't that much though. I can still feel a lot of untapped energy within.
If that is the case, I would highly recommend not attempting to summon all of your energy at once.
Because I
Ever.
feel like I would explode. Ever?
Indeed, if what you say is true, while you may have an incredible amount of energy stored within you, you are still limited by your mind and body. I fear such an excessive usage of energy could prove to be fatal.
Yeah, possibly. Sounds possible. A sense of dread fills my stomach. I nod. I guess I can't avoid it. That's going to make eventually casting a rift really difficult. But that just means like that's the thing, right? Our mind and body is currently at a point where we can't handle it, right? But to some extent you can train your mind and body, right? For it to be able to withstand more power, me unleashing or using more amounts of power at a time. Exhaustion ripples through me. I moan and close my eyes.
You should rest. Come on, we'll help you.
They haul me to my feet. One of my arms is around Zax's shoulders, while and the other's around Leanna's. They help me over to the pile of bags and packs. I lean against the packs as my teammates rest and clean up. My eyes feel heavy, and I fight to keep them open. I'll just close them for a minute. Oh, I've been in this situation before. Just like, I'll just close them for a minute, and then you close your eyes, open them up again, look at your phone or your watch or the time in general, and like, what the fuck, 4 hours passed? The sounds fade away as sleep overtakes me. A sound wakes me. I groan and blink, my eyes adjusting to the golden glow of firelight. Whoa, it's dark out, see? Told you. I groan, sitting up on top of my bedroll. Someone must have moved me and I didn't notice. Who carried me? Did Zack carry me like a princess? How long was I out? I sit up and glance around. I'm not sure where Leanna and Amelia are, but Zack and Kara are still hanging out at the by the camp. Kara hands Zack a perfectly wrapped present.
Hey, I got you something.
Zack blinks.
Got me something.
Wow. I mean, I kinda know what she got you. She grins and nods. I keep quiet, watching the scene unfold. I don't think they realize I'm awake yet. Zack tilts the present from side to side, curious, and then he shakes it.
Hey, be careful!
Yeah, dude, it's a present. You're not just gonna fucking, like, shake it around like, oh, what the fuck is that? What if it's fragile, huh?
Why? What's inside?
Well, open up and find out.
You have to open it and see.
He shrugs, then tears apart the wrapping paper without mercy, reminding me very much of a little kid on his birthday. Yeah, I mean, I imagine Zack hasn't gotten many presents throughout his life. Sadly, Kara grins in anticipation, while Zack stares down into the box.
What am I even looking at? Where's the present?
What do you mean? Kara puts her hands on her hips.
You're staring at it.
He continues to stare. What?
Wow. I try to be thoughtful and get you a present, and this is how you react?
Yeah, what kind of fucking reaction is that? What the hell? Zax's cheeks turn red as he sheepishly replies.
Oh, right. I mean, thank you. This is great.
What the fuck, dude? That sounded so fake. Kara pouts.
You don't even know what it is.
Zack doesn't answer.
It's a wind ring.
A wind ring, eh? Zack stares at her blankly.
When you turn it on, it gives you a target so you can shoot.
Pew pew, it shoots wind. As soon as Zack hears the word shoot, he's like, shoot? Oh, this is my kind of gift. Thank you, Kara. He immediately perks up. He gingerly takes the sphere out of the box and inspects it.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Of course, because the only fucking word you heard was shoot.
I know. That's why I got it.
Zack sets the sphere down and presses the button in the center. There's a low mechanical noise like chuk 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 chuk, followed by a whoosh of wind. He readies his discharges as the targets materialize. In a flash, Zack shoots through each target, dissolving them in the air. He grins, satisfied, spinning his discharger in triumph.
Oh, that looks fun.
Damn. He looks at her. Now he has another weapon, right? The discharges plus that ring?
You wanna try?
She nods. He hands her the discharger. She holds it awkwardly but nods to Zack. He pushes the button and sets another set of targets appear. Kara squints one eye as she lines up her shot. When she pulls the trigger, she doesn't expect the recoil and she ends up shooting wide. Yeah, that's probably something to get used to, right? The recoil. Her next few shots don't fare much better. Zack laughs at her attempts, to which Kara pouts.
No fair. I've never used one of these things before.
You gotta teach her, Zack. What are you doing, dumbass?
Here.
There we go. Zack goes to move behind her and wraps his arms around her. Ooh. He molds his hands around hers. Kara beams, her cheeks pink. She's like, oh, finally, Zack is doing it. Like, you know, Kara has always put herself into positions and heavily hinted towards Zack to sort of do like romantic-esque things like this. But Zack either never did those things, purposely didn't pick up on those hints, or was completely oblivious and clueless about the hints, right? He just completely like, didn't even hear them. But now, he finally did it. Of course, it's the only time when it has something to do with guns, right? But still, at least he's doing something romantic with Kara. So Kara's wishes come true? All those efforts have not gone to waste? Zax's voice is a low murmur by her ear.
You have to hold it up like this.
Damn, he's like, I almost said whistling, but he's like whispering into her ear. I bet Kara's got like goosebumps all over. He lifts her hands up, aiming the discharger straighter. Kara's eyes sparkle.
Oh?
She's like, oh, yes, tell me more. Tell me more, Zack. She sinks her shoulders into his broad chest. Whoa. Keep it PG-13, guys. Ugh, jeez, I don't want to watch this anymore. I scramble off of the bedroll. Maybe I'll just peek a bit. They blink in surprise.
Oh, hey.
Oh, shit, fuck, now they notice me. His face turns beet red.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing fine. Just keep going, dude. I didn't see anything, didn't notice anything. Just do your thing. A bit nauseous, to be honest. Kara laughs and Zax's face turns even redder. I walk away, looking for anything else to focus on. Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch them getting it on. I notice Amelia sitting under a tree, flipping open a book. Leanna sits with her, looking over her shoulder at the pages. The colorful covers catches my attention. Hey guys! Leanna looks up at me.
Oh, you're awake. How are you feeling?
Doing fine, I think. Better, yeah?
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That is pleasant news indeed.
I nod. How's your character book? The manga, eh? Amy looks up at me with shining eyes.
Surprisingly enlightening. Of course, it's riddled with factual inaccuracies, but the character interactions are fascinating.
I mean, it's fucking fantasy, of course.
It has greatly changed my view on these sorts of novels.
Nice, hell yeah, we've converted her. We got her, boys. We got her. We've alerted. Whoop, 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 whoop. Amelia's not one of us. Glad to hear it.
Leanna and I have been exploring this fascinating fictional world together.
Wow, Leanna too. Wow, 2 for 1. Leanna smiles fondly.
Yep, it's been fun getting to hang out together.
Cool. Yeah, I feel like despite... I almost wanted to say that Amelia was the first one to join our party, but... Obviously Leanna was, but I mean like besides Leanna. But Zack joined before then, right? But yeah, I feel like for how long Leanna has been with us, I feel like Leanna... for how long Amelia has been with us, I feel like Leanna and Amelia haven't really bonded as much? I think, right? Remembering my own purchase, I rummaged through my bag to find my manga and then return to them. Did we seriously just grab our fucking hentai and then like, you know, hey, yeah, let's all read together. Like, no shame, just read it in public next to all of them? Alright, dude, damn, you got some balls. Mind if I join you too? Amy shakes her head.
The company would be welcome.
Alright then. Oh god, what are we doing? I sit down and lean back into the tree, sitting or sighing contentedly. This is pretty relaxing. The leaves swaying in the warm breeze, the cool shade, and some good old-fashioned hentai. Oh yeah, some good old-fashioned hentai right here in the middle of the fucking forest or woods or just Mother Nature. I flip through the pages, appreciating the level of clothing each woman wears or isn't wearing. I'd be surprised if any of them are wearing any clothes. I find myself getting immersed in the manga when I come across a picture of a woman wrapped in tentacle. Oh god, what? Did we buy this hardcore shit? What the fuck? This looks pretty familiar. Hey, Leanna. I nudge her and she looks up. Uh-oh. No.
Yeah?
Oh god, don't... Dude, what are you doing? Don't do this. Don't tell her. Remember this? I brandish the manga and point to the page. What are you doing, dude? You're showing her like a fucking tentacle seed. Leanna's eyes go wide. She lets out a high-pitched squeak, then shoves the book close and punches my arm. Ow, what was that for? I totally didn't understand why you punched me,
Why are you reading something like that?
What do you mean? I'm a man of culture. What else? I read it for the story, of course, like totally. That's the only reason to read this shit. For the pictures, do you really want me to answer that? You're not gonna like the answer, Leanna. No, obviously, I read it for the plot. P-L-O-T, all in capital letters. Plot. Don't worry, I read this for the story. She crosses her arms.
Please. What story could a book like that possibly have?
Surprisingly, very interesting, okay? A good one. There's this woman who has a pet octopus. And sometimes she just gets lonely, and you know, they're both lonely and they just accompany each other, keep each other company. I freeze. Leanna's face turns pink. Uh-oh. Leanna snatches the manga out of my hand. No, Leanna, what are you doing? My masterpiece. Hey!
I'm confiscating this.
What, for yourself? Oh, I see, Leanna. You want to keep it for yourself, eh? She marches away and I scrabble after her. No, I paid for that. What the hell? When I catch up to Leanna, she's sitting alone. The book is nowhere to be found. Where did you hide it, girl? Oh well, I'll get it from her next time. I'm too tired to argue about it now. Oh well, I guess Leanna wants to keep the hentai for herself, eh? I sit down next to her. Although calm, she looks over at me with a slight worry in her eyes. I'm sorry I fell asleep earlier. She shakes her head dismissively.
Don't worry about it. You seem like you really needed it.
I guess I did. We fall quiet for a second.
Hard training earlier today. You've gotten a lot stronger.
I mean, I say so. If I were able to handle them, all three of them coming at me with full force, as well as, like, I'm pretty sure I was even, like, I was nearly defeating them, right? If my body could, like, withstand a little bit more pressure, then, like, I would have defeated them. Like, yeah, it's insane how much we've improved. Yeah.
I've taught you everything I can at this point.
But wait, what does this mean? I pause. Does this mean no more training? But I like training. I'm going to miss training. I can finally sleep in. Thanks for all you've done. I mean, we gotta be appreciative of our sensei, right? I know I've been progressing very quickly, but I never would have gotten this far without Leanna's continual guide, or guidance. I really appreciate everything you've done for me so far. Seriously, I wouldn't know how to cast or fight properly if you hadn't taken the time to show me. She smiles warmly. Yeah, I mean, I may be strong, right? But like, I wouldn't got to this point if it wasn't for Leanna.
Don't make it sound like it's over. It's not.
Oh, it's not? You made it sound like it was over, or I just assumed because that's what it sounded like?
We'll continue practicing to make sure you hone your skills. But now that you've progressed so quickly, I foresee our sparring becoming even more evenly matched.
Evenly matched? I'm pretty sure I can defeat you now, Leanna.
And with your multi-elemental casting, well, I'll also be challenged and looking to improve my skills too.
That's a good point, like, right? Now Leanna can also learn. That's the thing, right? When someone is like way more skilled than another person, and when they're teaching someone that's like a beginner, they usually don't really get much out of it themselves, right? In terms of like improving their own skill. But now that I've improved so much, as well as in these different elements, right? Leanna's now getting something out of it as well, right? She's getting experience battling against someone with other elements that she may not have faced against that much or at all before. So yeah, now I'm helping out my sensei becoming stronger too. Hell yeah. There's an excited glint in her eyes. I think she's looking forward to a challenge. I'll go easy on you. It'll be nice being the one on top for once. Let's do our best. I think of all those times Leanna knocked me on my butt while I was learning how to cast. Oh, how the tables have turned. I look forward to finally seeing you on your back. I'm sure it won't be the first or last time either, girl. Leanna's face goes red.
How can you so casually just say something like that?
What do you mean? I was totally 100% just talking about fighting, okay? Not something lewd or dirty. Huh? Say what? Despite my name being Luda, not every word that comes out of my mouth has lewd meanings, okay? She fidgets with her clothes. Why is she getting so nervous? Isn't that the way to win a spar? By knocking your opponent to the ground? Be on the ground, you know, on their back?
Oh, that's what you meant.
Ah, you're the pervert here, Leanna. Yes, unless I'm missing something here. Leanna's face becomes even more red. Yep, you're the pervert girl. She smacks me hard on the back. Ow.
Of course not. That's what I meant too.
Totally, Leanna. Wink, wink. I don't really know what's going on. How can we not know what's going on? But her laughter still makes me smile. The embers in the fire die down as the rest of the team gets ready for bed. Leanna and I decide to turn in so we can get a head start in the morning. We've lost some time due to my impromptu nap. Damn, we're getting a lot of sleep. Even though I slept all day, I still feel exhausted, and I'm fast asleep as soon as I lie down. Damn, my body be tired.